everyone, Monica Fernandes with Dilution Essentials. In this video, I'm going to show you how to dilute essential oils for the skin. So if you've been to my channel before, welcome back. And if you're brand new, welcome. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to dilute essential oils for the skin. In my last video, I talked about the different carrier oils to use with essential oils. So I only found it fair to tell you how to do this. But stick around because I have a surprise for you towards the end. So stick here, okay? So just stay with me. The first thing that we must answer is, what is dilution of essential oils? Carrier oils dilute concentrated essential oils that people can apply to the skin without experiencing side effects. People often think that dilution is going to weaken the potency or effectiveness of applying an essential oil, and that's the exact opposite. So because essential oils are volatile, so they go from oil to the air very quickly, and that's why when you open a bottle of essential oil, you can smell it right away. And our skin is, a little bit of a barrier for us. So something takes, at least 30 seconds to penetrate completely. And in that meantime, in those 30 seconds, a lot of the essential oil, if you apply it directly, will kind of evaporate, go in the air. So you'll smell it very much. And it's kind of a waste because good essential oils are not super cheap. So if you want to use quality essential oils for therapeutic application and you want them to be pure and everything, they're going to range from prices, depends on their availability, their supply, and just easiness of obtaining them, right? So what happens is that if you want to not waste that essential oil, the carrier oil will encapsulate the entire essential oil, and that way 100% will be absorbed into the skin. So carrier oils dilute the essential oils and help carry them into the skin. So people also sometimes use aloe vera gels and unscented body lotions as carriers, and that's perfectly fine. So what are you going to need to make these preparations with carrier oils and essential oils? The first thing you need to figure out is quantity. And I'm going to leave towards the end a chart, a dilution chart, so you will see the minimum of carrier oil that you need to mix together, because you don't want things to be super potent, because if there's an oil that causes or has a tendency to cause sensitivity to the skin, like a hot oil like oregano or cinnamon, you want to make sure that it's really nicely diluted so that your skin does not have a bad reaction or irritation. And we're going to need to figure out quantity. I'm talking about the chart in a little bit. And then you're going to need containers, right? And so the containers, I'm going to show you a variety of containers. I usually tend to use, if I'm going to use on my skin, I tend to use things in glass, because glass is a better container for essential oils, because plastic, it can really seep through the plastic over time. It depends on the type of container that you have. I will use plastic for cleaning products and oils that I'm not really going to apply on the skin. So what do you need first? You're going to need measuring, right? Measuring cups. So I usually use a glass one. And if I need a smaller one, I actually have a little plastic one. But you can have just measuring cups, so that if you need to measure a certain amount of carrier oil or lotion or anything like that, you can use that. In terms of containers, I use a lot these 10 milliliter bottles. They're glass bottles, and they're just great for topical application. And if 10 milliliters is not enough, you can get these 30 milliliters ones, and I'm going to leave a link for you in the description. These are amazing because it's like 3 times the 10 milliliter bottles. So obviously the 10 milliliter bottles are a little bit more carrier friendly. Then the other containers you can use are actually essential oil bottles that you've used before. They're empty, so you wash them out, You can do, warm water with vinegar to wash them out, or run them in your dishwasher. And then, I'll make different things with them. So you can actually get these little small sprayers that you can put. So you take everything out and you just make a spray. So you can use this as aroma for your space. You can spray a few sprays in the trash and things like that. But in terms of bottles, these 10 milliliter bottles come in a variety of colors, really pretty. Obviously, the darker, the better, because essential oils tend to last longer when it's in darker bottles. But it really doesn't matter if you go through their application a lot. And then you've got, the plastic sprayers. So if you're preparing something specific that you're gonna not use on the skin, you would use that. And then, for example, I had made this flea and tick concoction, and this is in a glass bottle. I love these little bottles. I'll leave a link for them also in the description, because these already come with a spray, and they're about 2 ounces, I think. There might be more. There's some that are like 1 ounce, 2 ounces, 4 ounces. It just varies. And then you have these big bottles, okay? These big bottles to make like cleaners and things like that. This is actually a glass bottle. And I actually will leave in the description these big ones, because these are awesome. But if you don't want to do that, if you have an old vinegar bottle that's glass, so remember these like apple cider vinegar or white vinegar, just toss the cap and any sprayer will fit into it. So an old sprayer will fit into this. So this is actually my glass cleaner and mirror cleaner. And I put some, like a sticker of lemon from doTERRA, and I just put it here because, why not? I know there's lemon in it, but if somebody else is going to use it, there it is. And then you have, for lotions and aloe vera things and gels and things like that, these little squeeze bottles that you can squeeze. So if you want to make your own lotion, you can use that. Obviously, this is not glass, but in lotion, I guess it's encapsulated in lotion. It's a little bit thicker. So those are the containers basically that you're going to need, and tools. Oh, and tools, of course, if you want to extract things that you need a little bit of a more precise amount of stuff, you can definitely use these little metal funnels. Very cute. And I'll leave that in the description too. You're going to need pipettes if you want to take, you don't want to count the drops and you just want to take a huge chunk of the oil. You can use these. So it just sucks the oil out. And basically, this is really all you need in terms of creating how to dilute the essential oils for the skin. And then it's super easy, right? So what I would do is make these things in advance. So if you need, for example, if you're making a calming blend for the skin and you don't want to make it, need it right away, you want to make sure that you make this in advance. And another important thing that you need to consider is check the expiration of your carrier oils. Essential oils, I think they have expiration dates, even though essential oils, if they're really pure, they don't really expire. But if the carrier oils, because they're nut and kernels and seed oils, they can turn rancid pretty quickly. So I would do a test with your nose, just like a smell test to see if it's rancid, because you want to make sure that it's still good to use. So if essential oils are new to you, I highly recommend that after this video, you watch this video, which is the top 10 benefits of essential oils, and you can catch up. Another thing that you may want to use is a metal tool to open your essential oil bottles, and I'm going to leave a picture of one next to me so you can see it. You obviously are going to need your essential oils and your carrier oils. So measuring cups, containers, essential oils, carrier oils, that's really all you need. And for skin, because it's so important, I actually did a video on the best essential oils for the face, up-level your skincare routine, and you can catch that right there. So the next question you need to ask yourself is, what is the product you are making and who is it for? So if it's for an adult, there's going to be a certain dilution minimum, and there's really no maximum of dilution. You want to make sure that you at least, if it's a carrier oil, that it's at least 1 drop of essential oil to 3 to 5 drops of carrier oil, at least for an adult. And if it's an elderly adult with a little bit more sensitive skin, make it so if it was like a baby or a pet. So I would dilute 1 drop essential oil to at least 10 drops of carrier oil, if not more. So you can really dilute a lot more. Sometimes, for example, cats are much more sensitive than dogs, and they're smaller animals. So I would actually dilute even more. So you can even do a teaspoon or a tablespoon of carrier oil to 1 drop. And it's going to be effective because, you know, it just penetrates the skin and it acts the same way. So right now, I'm actually going to give you the chart of dilution, and you can take a screenshot or a picture. And if you're enjoying this video, I want you to do me a favor and subscribe right here, like this video, share it with someone that you know would benefit from this information. Maybe somebody that's already making concoctions with essential oils, or they want to start and, you know, they don't know how to do it, so you can share this video with them. And last but not least, download my free green cleaning guide to detox your home in the description. Do that because that's really necessary to detox your home. And I would love for you to comment below on which concoction you're going to make or you've made to dilute essential oils. Comment below, and I hope you got major value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.